What's up, guys? Josh here with ATX Guitar Lessons. Today we're going to be talking about continuing forward with the blues lessons, and we're looking at blues in A. So in this lesson, we're looking at chord variations for the dominant 7th chords in blues in A. And just as a refresher from previous lessons, the 1 chord is A or A7. The 4 chord is D or D7, and the 5 chord is E or E7. So we're going to be focusing specifically on the dominant 7th chords and getting different voicings in there. But you could still use different voicings for major chords. Of course, those would be different shapes. So just reviewing the open position chords, we have A7 here, D7, and E7. So we're going to take this A major shape, all right? I just have fingers 2, 3, and 4 stacked onto strings 4, 3, and 2, all on the 2nd fret. First finger is not on there. So we're going to branch off from this shape. So when we go from an A major chord to an A7 chord, the only thing we do is lift whatever finger is on the 3rd string off. And that gives you an A7 chord, so we're playing an open G string instead of the 2nd fret of the G string, which is an A note. So we get that sound. So to turn an A major chord into an A7 chord, all you have to do is add the note G to the A major chord, which is exactly what we're doing there when we lift our finger. Now we're going to do that a different way. All right, so we're going to use that A major shape, but instead of playing it like this with 3 fingers, I'm just going to bar across the 4th string on the 2nd fret, and then right here on the 3rd fret of string 1, I have a G. So I still have my A major chord right there on strings 4, 3, 2, and then I'm just eliminating the open E here, barring across the 2nd fret and adding my 2nd finger. It's a real bright sounding, good sounding chord, and it puts that what's called the flatted 7th on top, in the top voice, and it really brings out that dominant 7th sound. So this is a movable shape. I'm only strumming 4 strings, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, in this position, for this A7 voicing, I could strum the 5th string open, but we're going to eliminate that for now because we're going to make this a movable shape, right? And when we move it up the neck, then we can't always use that 5th string open. So think about this if you've learned anything about bar chords. Say like if we put a B major chord down, this is utilizing that A major shape, right? So this is a way that it helps me visualize it on the guitar. I'm thinking about those bar chords, or, well, I used to at least at some point, until I learned it and felt comfortable with this particular shape. Now I can use this to visualize other things. So I'm always thinking about that triad. It's a 3-note chord, right? It has my 3 notes in an A major chord on strings 4, 3, 2. And if I shift this shape up, then it just moves up to the next chord in the alphabet. For instance, this would be an A7. This would be an A sharp 7 or a B flat 7. This would be a B7. This would be a C7. And it just keeps on going up one by one. So we're looking for an A7, which we just got there. Then we're looking for a D7. So let's go B flat 7, everything moves up 1 fret. B7, everything moves up 1 fret. C7, everything moves up 1 fret. C sharp 7 or D flat 7. And then we finally get to barred across the 7th fret with my middle finger on the 8th fret of string 1. There's my D7 chord, and I can think about that D major bar chord. All right, and then the other chord we need is an E7, the 5 chord, and we just keep crawling up, D sharp or E flat 7, E7. So our A7 chord, barred across the 2nd fret, middle finger is on the 3rd fret of string 1. D7, barred across the 7th fret, middle finger is on string 1, fret 8. And E7, barred across the 9th fret, middle finger is on the 10th fret of string 1. All right, then you can take your metronome and practice that blues form that we talked about in a previous lesson. So let's say, set this at 120 and start slower if you don't feel comfortable with 120. It's not too fast of a tempo, but you want to make sure you understand where you're at. And hopefully that comes out okay in the recording here. So each click is a quarter note, right? We're thinking about that 12-bar form. 4 bars of 1 chord, 2 bars of the 4 chord, 2 bars of the 1 chord, and then 5 chord, 4 chord, 1 chord, 1 chord. All right, here we go. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 2, 2, 3, 4. 3, 2, 3, 4. 4, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 2, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Do that again a little bit slower, and I'm going to call out those chords. So the number that I'm counting at the beginning of the measure, I'm going up if the chord stays the same. So for instance, on the first 4 bars, A7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 2, 3, 4, 3, 2, 3, 4. It's the 2nd bar of A7, the 3rd bar of A7, so on and so forth. All right, let's do that a little bit slower. This is at 84 beats per minute. 1, 2, ready, and A7, 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 A7. Now moving up to D7, 7th fret. D7, back to A7. Now moving all the way up to E7 for the last 4 bars. D7, A7, A7. All right, let's speed that up. I'll put a little bit of rhythm to it. Oh, we don't need to go that fast. Here we go. 1, 2, 1, 2, ready, and. All right, guys, have fun practicing those chords. I've got more lessons coming up with different chord variations. Like, subscribe. Let me know if you have any questions. Happy to help out any way I can. Have fun and good luck.